Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Is It Wrong Podcast with your host, me, Ray Parr. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe and share. Add all your comments. We love the comments. Every time we have a special guest, there's different comments. We have a conversation. We have a great time, guys. Remember to get our merch. We got some cool t-shirts, some cool mechanic shirts, some hats, some buttons, some mugs, all kinds of real good stuff. But just stay tuned for today's guest. It's going to be a great one.
This show is called Is It Wrong Podcast with Ray Parra.
Hey, guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of Is It Wrong? Tonight, we're going to feature the guys from Seraiah. I don't know if any of you guys have heard these guys or not, but they played with us back in the day. They were pretty big. They got 2 albums out, and we're just going to talk some fun, and they're coming back with a video, which we're going to premiere here tonight, and we're just going to have some fun, you guys. Kyle, Brad, welcome to the show. I got to turn my brightness down on this thing. Hold on one second. All right, sorry about that. Hey, so this is a live show, so we always have a bunch of people on here, and you're going to see, I don't know if you guys can see these questions on the side. People are going to just chime in and say hi. That's Tim Lauder. He said hello, and we're just going to have fun, man. Guys, how are you guys doing? How you been since, I don't know, the 1960s?
I was trying to think, Ray, like when the last time I would have seen you would have been. It probably literally was 30 years ago. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
like that.
man.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
I haven't changed a bit, other than I don't have no hair anymore.
Man, none of us have. All look great.
Well, I got you beat. I saw Ray. What was it? A month ago?
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was like 3 weeks ago.
Was it?
Don't tell anybody, Kyle.
All right. No, worldview of all places that you guys would come and perform in Smyrna, Tennessee. I don't know how that worked out, but we were able to hook up. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, we played with what were they called? Clown Circus or something?
Yeah, something like that. I know there was a clown.
Lost Circus. Lost Circus.
Yeah.
All you guys and your clowns. Yeah, it was about a month ago, actually. It's about a month ago. But let's say hi to some of our friends real quick. Ralph and Glenda. Hey guys, how you doing? I am here. Ralph, we love you, man. Ralph he's on every show we do. And he said, welcome, guys. Welcome to the show. Ernie, that's my brother, man. He said, yo, my brotherness. We got Aaron Kern. Hey, yo. We're going to get so many people on here tonight. And guys, man, I really, just for the people who may not know who you guys are, I don't want to go like through the whole history of how everything, how y'all started, what kind of da-da-da-da-da. But let's talk a little bit about where Seraiah came out of. Let's talk a little bit about the albums and production and the artwork. Anyways, for that, you know which one I'm talking about, the first one. I might even show that on here.
No, please don't.
No, I wouldn't do that to you guys, would I? my fans, would I do that? Would I show their first album cover on here? No, I would not do that.
Oh.
It's pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Hey, you know what though? But you guys were great. So Elvis, how you doing, brother? So listen, Kyle, you want to talk a little bit about just stuff, man?
Sure. So Seraiah, we got together, a bunch of high school guys back in 1985, and just started doing what bands do, getting out and playing. 3 of us in the band at that time were kind of like childhood friends, and it's kind of strange to think about a hard rock band continuing to exist by going to college. We all decided to go to college together to really to keep the band together. We wanted to keep going. We hooked up with a new singer when we got to college in Little Marion, Indiana. At the time, it was Marion College, but later on, Indiana Wesleyan University. Hooked up with a new singer, just started writing music and getting out there and playing. And in our little Marion, Indiana rock and roll world, we kind of took over. And it's kind of crazy thinking about it. We started out at that time, they were doing a lot of like multi-band shows, like 5, 6, 7 bands on a bill.
Yeah, yeah.
And we started out as that first band. And
yeah.
within about a year or two, we were the headliners.
Come on.
You know, in our little Marion, Indiana town, or even in kind of in the Midwest, things started to take off. And we, you know, recorded some demos and that kind of thing, and got exposure, you know, how bands were doing back in the day. White Throne magazine did a review of a demo, and you know, we started getting $5 checks from all over the world to send our, you know, our little cassette tape. And
Wait, y'all made that much? Wow.
But yeah, it just started growing, and kind of parted ways with the singer at the time, and Brad came in. He was coming to the university there and heard that there was a band and might be looking for a singer, and he came and auditioned. I wouldn't even say it was an audition. He came in, and I think before we got through the first verse of, you know, whatever song it was that he was auditioning on, you know, yeah, we're gonna go with this guy, and it just kept going from there.
Yeah, we had that long hair, you know, and you could see you were, dude. I don't know if you sing now, Brad, but you used to hit them notes, bro. I thought I could sing how you could sing.
Coming from you, that means something. But
yeah, but listen,
yeah.
I have like this thickness to my voice, so my high notes are kind of thick high notes, and like when you were hitting them high notes, it's like, whoa! I was like, oh my gosh, man.
Yeah, I don't think I could hit those anymore. I do still sing. I've been a worship leader for the past like 18 years, but I don't think I could hit any of those anymore.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You know, Kyle, you sing with Worldview. I've changed up a lot of how I sing. With the Warrior, I still hitting all the high notes. Most of them, Steve and I have traded parts, like when we play live for certain notes. But with the Worldview stuff, I changed the way I sing because I have to sing in my range because I don't want to get up there and not be able to do it. You know what I mean? So again, Kyle, you saw that. So, I mean, I was comfortable doing that stuff, but no, yeah, that's really good.
That was a great show, man. I would never know that you were singing any different, man. It sounded just like what I remember from back in the day with Sacred Warrior, man. It was a great show, and yeah, I was happy that I was able to come out to that show. Our little town here does not get hard rock show. They don't get any shows.
Yeah.
I was really surprised that was there.
Yeah. No, it was cool. It was a cool venue. It was a real cool venue. I know that you guys. Let's go back a little bit. Talk about the production of your albums, and how we had talked about me producing you guys at one point, but I don't know whatever happened with that. I don't know. I don't even remember what happened. The label didn't want it, or the label closed, or something. I don't remember what happened with that.
They wouldn't pay for it.
Yeah.
They wouldn't pay for it. That's what it came down to. So, I mean, just to kind of back up a little bit. So, how we even got our record deal was a battle of the bands at a festival in Illinois called Metal Fest.
Yeah, Decatur, Illinois.
Yeah. Had a battle of the bands. Pure Metal Records was offering a record deal. And just to show you kind of what we were like at that time, our big plan was that we were going to go in, blow everybody away at this battle of the bands, win the record deal, and turn it down, just like in your face. That, you know, we thought we were so much, you know, at a higher level than Pure Metal Records, which, I mean, it wasn't unwarranted as far as what that label was putting out.
Yeah.
But we just really, that was our big master plan. We're going to win this thing. We're going to turn it down, and, you know, we'll go on to bigger things. And so that's basically what we did. We went in, we had a great show. We won the battle of the bands, and that was our intent. We were going to turn it down, and we talked to some guys in some other bands. I think we probably talked to you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
In Sacred Warrior, we talked to the guys in Bride. They were on Pure Metal, and it's like, guys, don't be idiots. Don't turn down a record deal.
Yeah,
I remember
for sure.
a specific conversation. I think it was with you, Ray, where you just said, "What can you guys do on your own
Exactly.
that they couldn't do for you? Why wouldn't you just, even if it's a little money, take their money and let them do whatever they're going to do?"
Yeah, even if it's just an open door for you guys, people to get to know you, and
But every fear that we had of what would happen with that is what happened.
Oh no.
We saw with Pure Metal, that they cut corners on everything, went the cheapest way that they could with stuff, bad album covers, poor production, and unfortunately we were victims of all of that. Like you said, we wanted you to produce the record. I know I can't remember the name of the studio. There was a studio you guys worked out of in Chicago.
Yeah.
That we had talked about, tracking the record there, having you produce. But when we presented that to the label, they were like, "No, we got our own little studio out in New Jersey that we've got, our deal with, and we'll take care of the producer." And yeah, that was.
And I must say, if I can cut you off, that the production on that record was terrible.
Yeah.
I love you guys. I love the band and everything, but that production, man.
Well, just to kind of further that, I mean, there was no pre-production. The producer had never heard us till we stepped in the studio, and the songs tracked.
That's my
we got
dog.
a dog.
That's all right. All my people that watch the show, they already know my dog will walk in, or my kids, and I'll stop and say, "Hey, I don't care. Just keep it real,
Yeah, and I don't even remember, what was I saying. The dog knocked me off.
They had never heard you guys before the day.
Oh yeah, the producer had never heard us, so we went. We showed up at the studio, and the way we had the songs is the way they went down in the studio. But crazy story, and I didn't even really remember this until all this came up with this re-release of the first record, Carnival World.
Yeah.
The label had a writer reach out to each one of us and do some interviews to write this really extensive kind of biography and kind of history of the band that's in the CD. It's like a 36-page booklet of the CD. It has the whole story of the band. But one of the stories was about when we were in the studio, we had tracked the whole record, and I think everything went down well as far as tracking. But when it came, we had a week set aside for mixing.
Yeah.
And the studio got a call from the electric company and said the studio hadn't paid their electric bill and were shutting the power off.
Sounds about right, though, for Pure Metal.
Yeah, I mean, it was on par with everything we expected. But so the producer calls the label and is like, "Hey, they're shutting the power off. What are we going to do about mixing this record?" And he was like, the producer was from Michigan. He said, I've got some studios back in Michigan. We can take the record back to. We'll mix it there. It'll be fine. And the label said, "Absolutely not. We're not going to spend another penny on this thing. You either mix it tonight or not at all." So, not to excuse away anything, the production on the record, but it was mixed in one night, the whole record.
Yeah.
So, it did get some retouches because you had kind of mentioned Pure Metal. So I think we recorded the record in January, and a few months later, Pure Metal went bankrupt.
Oh man!
And we really thought the record would never get released.
Right.
and time went by. I think it was about 9 months, and then Star Song Records stepped in, and they bought out Pure Metal.
Right.
And even then, I think we probably thought that they're not going to release this thing. But they came in. They did a little bit of their own mix on it, and it wasn't a whole lot better even at that point. And it got released I think it was almost a year later that we were kind of in limbo, not knowing if it was ever even going to be released.
Wow.
Well,
Let's read a couple of these. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think what happened is like Quentin and I went down to Nashville and worked a little bit with the producer who they had hired to remix it. And it was kind of like, hey, this is what you got. And he was like, all right,
run with it.
I'll put lipstick on a pig, I guess.
And call it One Bad Pig. Remember that band?
Dude.
Hey, let's answer a couple questions real quick.
Yeah.
Ernie says, I can't find you guys on Amazon Music. Are you on other platforms? YouTube, baby. YouTube. Right? You're not anywhere else, right?
No, there's with tonight when we premiere this new video, that'll make the third video from the Carnival World re-release. They're on YouTube. The label's not doing any streaming or any platforms like that. It's not on Amazon. Everything's direct from the label.
Okay. All right. Shonda Grisham, love that. She said Pure Metal didn't pay any artist that I know of. Albert Fonze said, hey guys from Winnipeg, Canada. All you guys are so faithful, man. I see you guys on here all the time. Ralph wants to know, did you guys have a favorite town to play in? Can you even remember with all the shows y'all did, hundreds of shows or whatever you did? Any one of them stick out?
I'll throw one out there. We played a couple of times at a place in Rochester, New York called the Penny Arcade.
Yeah.
It's a secular club. Had a fantastic sound system. I'm pretty sure both the times that we were there, it was pretty packed out and always had a good crowd. That's one I remember. Rochester, New York.
That was Sammy Palermo, wasn't it?
Yeah, Sammy
Shout
Palermo.
out to Sammy.
Nice. Hey, for those of you just joining us, we got Seraiah on tonight. We're going to premiere their video, and I'm not going to wait till the end of the night to premiere it. I'll probably play it in just a little bit. I've had the pleasure of watching it, and it's cool. It's you guys in your prime, and hang in there. We're just answering questions and hanging out and talking. And let's see. Keith O'Connor says, good to see you all. Go blue. Go blue. If you were on here, Keith, I'd just take you off right now. That's a little thing I do. I play with people. I'll take them off the screen and, saw you guys live. Amazing show. Yes. Where'd you see him at? Chime in and let us know. So it says, hello from Montana. Yo, Barry. This is my brother right here. Cutthroat business. It is. It really is. George Wright. Yeah, go ahead.
We saw all sides of it. Like I said, going into that record deal, every fear that we had of going into it, we saw it. And even, with the second record, we saw the other side of it. The first record, poor production, bad artwork, poorly promoted, all those kind of things.
Yeah.
But then, we move over to the Star Song label, and the second record, we had really high hopes, for the second record to kind of right all the wrongs of or perceived wrongs of Carnival World. But then the second record was just the opposite, overproduced, overpolished. It was,
it happens. It happens. George Wright says, personally, I love the Ethiopian label reissue. I just received my LP, both CDs. George, Another great brother, man. All these people are just great people. Elvis Blade said, I just found you guys on YouTube. Fixing to subscribe to your channel, catching up on some Seraiah. You're not going to be disappointed. You will not be disappointed, I promise, guys. So
Ray,
many questions. Yeah.
You had asked about favorite place. I think one of my favorite places, and Kyle, I think, would back me up, is when we did play what was kind of our hometown of Marion, Indiana.
Oh yeah.
When we kicked off, I think it had to be really that first tour, and we played to a packed out crowd in this like church gymnasium. It was really cool.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that the reality set in. I can't remember if that was first tour, second tour we did, is we played to this packed out, almost sold out crowd. And I think we traveled like 12 hours to New York.
I know what you're going to say.
And played for the opening band, and the promoter didn't even show up, man.
Oh.
He wasn't even there. His brother was there, and we were like, hey, we need to get paid. And he's like, well, my brother, he's the promoter, and he's gone for the weekend.
Yeah, and that's probably why they do that, you know.
Talk about God humbling our arrogant, whatever.
Totally.
We play a show like that in our hometown, and it's packed, and people are going nuts. And then, we drive across country and play for 5 people.
Yeah, isn't that great?
It's like, okay, we get the point.
We were all like, man, this is the way we're starting off the tour. This is going to be great. And then we get to that place, and I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, man. Steve, welcome, man. I'm glad you get to watch live tonight, buddy. Elvis Blade said, I would have loved to have seen you guys in person. The artwork didn't really bother me. The music was awesome, in my opinion. Yeah, it is. It definitely is.
Hey, if you got to throw up that original cover, you got to throw up the new cover.
Well, let me see if I have the new cover here.
Come on.
You know what? Hold on a second. Here, talk for a second there, Kyle.
All right. So, this new artwork, the original cover, at least for me, was kind of always a thorn in my side of, there was no way to overcome that. I hear from time to time people say, oh, I didn't mind the cover. Come on, look at the cover. Really?
Yeah.
Bless his heart. That was a good friend of ours that did that cover. And at the time, we really thought the label was like trusting us with some kind of artistic freedom or something. Oh, we'll let you handle, the cover design. And we're like, oh, great. Well, yeah, we'll do that. And then, well, you see what we got. So
more like we're just really cheap.
They just didn't want to pay for a real artist to, to do it.
It happens,
I think that
man.
even the pictures that were inside the album cover she was a student at Indiana Wesleyan that was a photography student.
We didn't pay for a photographer either.
Yeah, can you take these pictures so we can send them to our label? And she did.
Man.
Yeah, everything on the cheap.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Unfortunately, that happens quite often. Even you look back at music today, unless you're like a Metallica or a Queensryche or somebody really huge, they're pouring all their money into those kind of bands. Other bands, you just kind of getting the bottom of the barrel stuff. You're kind of just thankful to be doing shows, right? You know what I mean? So,
well, that was the good thing about us, and I've heard it over and over and over that we suffered from. We were never able to replicate what we did live on a record.
Oh, sure.
I mean, people always said that we had a really great live show, and it was really great, and we, the performances were, whatever. Yeah. But we were never able to do that on a record. Either the production was bad, or I feel like for our second record, we had some really great songs, and we had kind of found our sound, and then we got in the studio, and it for me, it just all kind of went wrong.
And I think
go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think I'll echo that. I think just even for me personally as a vocalist, I never felt like I ever captured what I was like vocally live on any of those records. You know,
And-
people are always like, "Oh, you sound like Vince Neil or whatever."
Oh
And
no,
I'm like,
they did not.
they
Oh, yeah.
did, and I think,
But as
and I
a
think
compliment.
you can hear it, yeah. And I think you can hear it, but it was like live. It's like, well, that's not really what I sounded like. And I think some of that too was for me being a young guy. That was my first like studio experience. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to,
Yeah.
sing the best that I can. And
Yeah.
but it never sounded like I did live. And I think it was that way for the whole band. I don't think we ever captured the energy of the band. Like my daughter and I were watching some old live videos she found on YouTube,
Mhm.
and I was like, dang, that's it right there. That's what made us I don't know, any kind of popularity that we gained was people who came to see us live would say there was such an
Right.
energy to the band. There was such an
Yeah.
energy to the band.
No,
Yeah,
that's
but
awesome.
the cool thing is on this Carnival World re-release, there's 6 live tracks
Yeah.
included on there, and it's all songs actually from the second record,
Mhm.
Yeah.
which is really cool because finally fans can get to hear those songs the way they were meant to be and never made it, on the record that way.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think this re-release, it just sounds really, really good. As bad as the original production was, this label, Eonian Records, has really just handled this whole release so well, with such, I would say it's a labor of love because they've come in, completely remixed it, remastered it. I mean, you see a lot of releases that are coming out now that are remaster, and we all know what that means. It gets tweaked a little bit, and maybe it's digital for the first time or it's on vinyl for the first time. But this Carnival World reissue, it's a lot more than that. I mean, you can hear everything. You can hear everything. It comes down to that. You can actually hear the bass guitar, that you couldn't originally, and there's a lot more. There's clarity between the instruments. The original mix was just so. It's kind of strange. The original mix I thought was really muddy, but it was also really bright and crispy too. And this remix, I think it sounds great. Plus the addition of the live tracks, for me, is just really satisfying that's getting out there.
Yeah. I got the new album cover. Y'all want to see it?
Oh yeah.
Drum roll, please. Look at that. No, I'm just kidding. This is it right here. So who is that picture of?
No idea.
You guys don't know?
No, I think it's just something that the label they found.
Brad, I was kind of thinking that was you, bro.
It wasn't me. Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've aged that poorly, but maybe.
No. Yeah,
no,
well,
I think it's just something they came up with.
You aged from this.
Oh, there he
that
is,
guy.
rock star.
Guy.
My goodness.
It's funny. I work in the corporate world, and somebody from my organization came to me and they said, "I just Googled your name the other day, and the first thing that kind of pulls up is my corporate headshot, and one of the other things that pulls up is that picture."
I'm like, that's a great shot.
They're like, "Is
man.
that you?" And I'm like, "It might be."
Yeah, look,
it might be.
Hey, I get that all the time. Being a teacher, I get Googled every year, and somebody will find either a video or a photo and be like, "Oh my gosh, you had long hair," and
All right, here we go. Ready?
Okay, yeah.
Drum roll, please. Here we go.
That photo right there, I think you can see into my stomach.
You were like this big.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, bro. No, that's great though. But I definitely got to say, from that
Oh my gosh.
to that, big step up.
I wish there was a way to scrub like the world or the internet or something from that album cover.
Hey, so
Wow.
with that being said, Y'all want to play the video now? Should we do this world premiere video now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
I've got to make sure that we have time. I have got one story that I got to tell.
Oh yeah, no, we got time, bro. We got time. Trust me.
So, yeah, if you want to do the video, let's do it.
Nah, tell your story first, and then we'll play the video.
So I've been waiting, knowing that this was coming, and we were going to get to talk, and I'd get to see you. I wanted to tell the story about the most nervous that I've ever been performing, and it was hanging out with you. So I don't know if you remember, I don't exactly remember how way back when, our bands kind of got together. We got to know you guys in Sacred Warrior. We were doing some time where we were hanging out with you guys. I know with the guys in our band, we were viewing it as we were kind of hanging out with peers, but actually we were big fanboys, and we're just, thought it was so awesome that we were getting to hang out with you guys. But I'm sure on your part, it was more, we got to mentor these little arrogant punks, and make sure we set them on the right track. But anyway, I remember, and I don't know how it happened or how it came together, but Seraiah, the band, we came and hang out with you guys up in Chicago, in the area around Chicago where you guys lived at the time. And we came up for, it must have been a weekend or something. And it was, I don't know, I'm sure you remember, you lived in an apartment across the hall from Rick.
Yeah.
And you guys had apartments right across, and we came, and half the band stayed in your apartment, half stayed with Rick.
Yeah, man.
And this has nothing to do with music, but I remember.
No, that's okay.
You made breakfast for us, and it was the first time any of us had ever had scrambled eggs with tortillas.
Oh yeah,
in it. Is that like your thing?
Oh yeah, we still do that, man.
Okay. So anyway, that's just a little side story. But anyway, while we were there hanging out with you guys, you invited us to where you guys rehearsed, and we went over, hung out while you guys were rehearsing, and you guys got all done, and you said, "Hey, why don't you guys jump in there?" Of course, this was before we were signed. We were so green, and like I said, we were there as fans, not as peers. And you guys said, "Oh, jump in there. Why don't you guys play something?" And I'm telling you, that moment is the most nervous that I've ever been, sitting down and performing. It was like sitting behind the drums after Tony had played. It was like, I don't have any business doing this. And I don't remember what we played. I don't remember if we did well or whatever. I just remember, oh my gosh, it was almost one of those moments of like, oh no, we can't do this, but we did.
But
man. Of all the years of performing, that's the most nervous I've ever been.
All right, I got to tell a story real quick too.
Yeah,
it's a
man.
Sacred Warrior story. And Kyle may realize this, but not many people do. We opened for you guys in Tipton, Indiana.
Oh my gosh,
Kyle. We opened for you guys in Tipton, Indiana, and after we had opened, I went into like the crowd just to watch, because again, we were fans. We loved you guys. We thought you were amazing. And one of my best friends, he was my college roommate. He was kind of our pseudo road manager. His name is Joel Exley. He was with me in the crowd. And I remember this girl touched my hair in the crowd. I had the long hair.
Yeah.
And Joel was kind of like, "Oh man, dude, this is weird. We're getting you out of this crowd." And took me out. That's who I'm married to now. Not Joel.
Oh wow, you're married to Joel. Okay, good for him. So
No,
you married that girl.
I'm married to that girl now, and
that's great.
I have been married for like 30 years. But yeah, that was when I first met her. Although I wouldn't say I met her. It was, we give her a hard time still to this day about it was a little creepy. My kids are like, "Mom, that's a little creepy."
Strangely enough, not that she was touching my hair, but my girlfriend at the time was at that same show in Tipton, Indiana, opening for Sacred Warrior, who is now my wife as well. So
I don't think I realized that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So how long you guys been married? Like
We're 33 years.
I was gonna say we're close to 33, I think.
Yeah,
33
yeah.
or 34. So
So my girlfriend was at that show,
Yeah.
and we're married. Well, actually, we were already married. We're married 37 years now.
all right.
You know, and I love
Congrats.
it. But hey, we got Steve Woodham on here. He said I remember Seraiah very well, but I want to take a minute, Steve, and I want to pray for you guys. Let's pray for Steve. He's been having surgeries and going through some stuff, and he had posted something either today or yesterday. And my people know, man, this is what we do. We'll stop an interview to pray for somebody. So we're gonna do it right now. Lord, we just lift up Steve to you right now, God. Lord, everything that's going on with his heart and his body, Lord, and just everything, God. You are our creator, God, and nothing is too difficult for you, God. And we just speak right now to everything that he's going through. We pray for quick recovery for you, Steve. We pray that this would not return. And we pray, God, that you would be given all the glory for it, God. And I thank you that you say with 2 or more are gathered. And there right now, there's about 50 of us gathering right now in agreement right now for Steve, God, that you would bring healing to him right now in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Love you, brother. Love you, man. I remember there was a time I was doing a job at Disney, and it was like almost 2-hour drive for me. And I started calling Steve, and we would talk for almost the 2 whole hours every night on the way in, because I'd have to go in. You work at night, right? So I'm driving in, just chatting, you know, and then on the way back, you know, all you can think about is going home and going to bed. You know, we became really good buddies like that. And it's really neat, man. But guys, so we're not done with the interview, but I am going to play this video now. This is your new video. Here we go. Y'all hang in there. Check it out. man. That was great.
Rock on.
That was great. A
Crazy.
lot of people were talking about it on here. A lot of people remember the original and all that. That was great, man. Wait, I need to go back to this view. There we go. Now we can see Brad better. That was good, man. Who created the video for you guys?
That was through the label.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not sure who the actual producer of it was, but
Okay. Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. Hey, so I want to talk a little bit with Kyle about this, and we'll talk to you, Brad. Earlier, Kyle, we were talking about you being a teacher and how that all came about. Can you let everybody know kind of like a truncated version of how all that happened? That's a great story.
I'll try to make it brief. So I've been teaching. This is my 7th year now as a high school teacher. I teach TV and film production, and was saying teaching was never on my radar at all. My wife's been a teacher for like 28 years, and I just never thought that would be something that I would do. But kind of I've had lots of kind of career changes, and this is one that kind of came late in life. Both the high school that both my sons went to reached out to me. They both my sons played football, and somebody got wind that somebody on the team, their dad worked in video production, and they were wanting to see if they could get some highlight videos of football games. And I thought, okay, yeah, I'll do this. My son's on the football team. We'll get him some cool highlights, and so I started going out to the games, doing these cool highlight videos, and it was meant to be like one game, and ended up being the whole season, game after game after game. But they were loving these videos, and I was getting to feature my son in the video, so it was all good. But I just kept getting more calls from the school. Hey, we need this video done. We need this, done. And I was doing a video for, I don't remember what it was, something with the principal of the school.
Mm-hmm.
And when we got done, she said, have you ever thought about teaching? And I laughed, because I never thought about teaching. I just kind of laughed it off, and that was the end of it. And that was like right at the end of the school year, like May or something. And then I get a text in July from the principal of the school. And said, no, I'm serious. We have a job opening. We want to start a TV and film program at the school. And we want you to come work for us.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I prayed about it, and it was definitely God's hand moving me in that direction, because I didn't have a teaching license. I'd never done any teaching before, and over the next about month and a half, it all came together. And 3 days before school was to start, I was certified, and been teaching the last 7 years. It's been really, really rewarding. The program that I've been able to build here has been really successful. Students have produced 2 feature films the last couple of years. They both had theatrical releases, ran a couple of weeks at the theater, each one. They're both on Amazon Prime now. We did
That's
a
awesome.
TV show, a 6-episode TV show last year that was broadcast on a channel called True Blue TV. Students have won a bunch of awards. We had student Emmy nominations last year, so it's just been really cool. It was kind of a turn in life that I never saw coming, but it's been really cool.
Yeah. See who just chimed in? Dale Thompson.
Dale.
Yo, Dale.
Y'all know Dale. Dale is my buddy.
Yeah, we were just talking about Dale. We talked back before we, decided not to turn down the record deal with Pure Metal. We talked to Dale and Troy, and they told us the same thing you guys did. Don't be idiots.
Yeah.
And,
Brad, before we get to you, we got a couple quick questions here. Brian says, after Seraiah, did Quentin Gibson go on to play for Darius Rucker?
Yep.
And also, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say he did. I actually had a chance to go out to a couple Darius shows, and this is a few years ago, and hang out with Quentin and Darius, and he's in his element for sure.
Yeah, and then Tracy, he went out to play with White Cross, Striper, Boston.
Yeah.
You guys still communicate with him or no?
I hit Tracy up for some Boston tickets a while ago, but I got to him too late. He was like, when do you need the tickets? And I was like, hey, dude, it was like last night. And he's like, man, I'm sorry.
Man. Yeah, I reached out to him. I was trying to get him on tonight, but he had a gig tonight, so he couldn't do it, But that would have been cool,
Yeah, I've kept up with Tracy a little bit just on Facebook. Quentin lives really kind of down the road, but from me, but I actually haven't talked to him or seen him in, I don't know, longer than you, Brad. It's probably been 20 plus years.
Wow.
But he lives just down the road.
Yeah. Before we get to Brad, I just want to say I'm glad that Kyle, that you were not a math teacher, because your math would have been way off.
1, 2, 5, 4. Me count so poor. One, I can count to 1, 2. I can count to 2, 3. I can count to 3.
And,
I love playing that clip. Ed Mackey loves that clip too. Sometimes
I always tell my wife, one of these days, somebody around here at the school's going to figure it out that I'm not really a teacher, but they just keep letting me come back. So,
you're going to lose your job. No, you're not. I am not speaking into that. What about you, Brad? Let's talk a little bit about you, buddy.
What do you want to know, Ray?
So after music, where'd you go after music?
Well, I was in music up until about 5 years ago. Post Seraiah, I kicked around Nashville in a couple different bands. Actually, Quentin Gibson, Seraiah's guitar player, and I played together in a couple different bands.
Nice.
One of them was this thing called The Parade. It was kind of this Black Crowes, Lenny Kravitz, grooving kind of rock thing. Didn't really go anywhere. We did like a showcase, and I ended up from that getting one of the development deals with Word Records, where was trapped for about 1.5 years, and they owned a bunch of my songs.
Oh yeah,
and did a bunch of demos with them and stuff. I got to hang out with some really cool people and feature some really cool people on the demos that I cut. Somebody named Natalie Grant was one of my backup vocalists, Nicole Mullins, Barry Grawl, who went on to be the guitar player for Mercy Me. So had some really cool stuff, and ended up in a band called Solomon's Wish.
That's
not
cool.
long after that, wrote some stuff for their second album. And went out. It was the first time I had been part of a band that I wasn't like the front man. I was just rhythm guitar player, backup vocals, kind of a thing.
Wow.
And it was in that band that I just kind of felt this call on my life. At the time, I was going to Life Point Church, where Kyle goes, and a guy who became my mentor, Ron Alley, kind of reached out and said, "Hey, will you think about being part of the worship team here?" And I'll be honest, awesome. I was like, man, I don't want to be on a worship team. That's dumb. I'm a rock star for
I'll tell you a story about that.
I'm a rock star for Jesus. I'm not going to be but he talked me into it. And I ultimately, just felt this conviction, really strong, that that's what God was calling me to, and kind of said, all right, I'm not going to pursue, music the same way. I'm going to pursue God and his heart. And so I ended up in worship ministry. Long story short, that's where I was for probably 15, 16 years. I was at a church here in the Indianapolis area. We moved back here because my wife's from this area after we had kids, and was at a church for 10 years as their worship pastor. It's a big mega church, like 8,
Oh, yeah.
9,000 people with multiple campuses and international church plants and stuff. And up until about 5 years ago, that's what I was doing. And then just kind of like a lot of people during COVID, felt like, okay, is it time for a switch in career direction?
Yeah.
And the church really poured into me, like as far as leadership, went through all these like really high capacity leadership kind of development things with the church, and learned how to lead people. And I said,
Yeah.
I'm going to use that. I feel like that God gave me that skill for a reason, and got into talent development in the corporate world.
Yeah.
And still lead worship now. I took about a year off. I said, okay, God, I'm just going to kind of set my guitar down and just be part of a congregation, and did that. And then, yeah, about 4 years ago or whatever, I said, all right, I think it's time. And I think that's kind of besides being in the corporate world and teaching people, leadership, not necessarily Christian principles, but as a Christian, I have these value-based principles that come from the Bible and following Jesus that I hope I can bestow on them.
Yeah, man.
But I just said, you know what? One of the things that I missed when I was a worship leader, probably I was leading, 48 weekends out of 52 weekends a year. And so I started saying, all right, I don't want other worship leaders to burn out. And so that's been like one of my primary kind of ministries, is coming into a church and saying, let your worship leader have a weekend off, and I'll contract with them, or just give them a sabbatical. Like, you can hire me for X amount of weeks and I'll come in and lead in your absence. And so I've really enjoyed that, and still being able to use the gifts God's given me. And so that's why I say, I don't think I could sing like that anymore, like the Seraiah days, but have definitely kept my vocal chops and playing chops.
Well, let
Probably
me
a
say
better
this,
player.
man. Yeah, there's a lot to be said about leading worship. I led worship at my church for like 7 years.
Yeah.
I went in, it started out, my wife and I found a new church. We're sitting there and I'm like, my Lord, the sound is terrible. The singer is terrible. And my wife looked at me and she said, then why don't you do something about it? And I said, I will. So it took me a little bit. And I talked to the pastor. Anyways, long story short, before you know it, I told him, I said, let me put together a team of people, because I started meeting people in the church. I said, and we want to do one Sunday. He says, okay, I'll let you do Easter Sunday. He goes, but I want to come hear you guys before you do it. I'm like, okay. So we were into Clint Brown and Hezekiah Walker and all that R&B black gospel praise and worship, which I love to this day. And so I got this group together and we started doing that. We started learning the songs. And then, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 weeks before Easter Sunday, pastor says, are you ready for me to come hear the praise team? And I'm like, well, we're not a praise team, but we're going to do one Sunday. But yeah, we're ready. So he comes in and it's like nothing he'd ever heard, because everything they were doing was just the hymns and the holy, all the real, and we were tearing it up, man. I had like 4 singers and a drummer and guitar player. And, we tore it up, and he like, wow. He goes, yes, you guys can do it. We did Easter Sunday and we never stopped doing it. He said, you guys, you are the new praise team. And I'm like, well, what about the person doing it? He goes, she has other jobs that she can do here in the church. We're good. And it worked out good. I mean, she ended up singing for me too. Yeah. And it was great. And for me, it was so amazing because, with our rock bands, okay, the metal bands and everything, you're performing, right? But at the same time, you have those moments where you're really ministering, right? But when you're doing church service, when you're leading worship in church, the term leading worship is you're leading people into worship. You're ushering them in before the word of God gets presented by the pastor. And that's even so much more important than a lot of these concerts, because I'm a firm believer Christians need entertainment too. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to be a kind of band that is all, turn or burn or this. But when you're doing that in the church setting, my God, man, there's such a reward about it, because you see lives changed, man. You know what I mean? And it Brad, I'm excited for you that you were doing that, man. It's nothing like it in the world, you know. So
Yeah, I love it still to this day, and
yeah,
I feel blessed to still be able to just give back to the local church and use the talent God's given me. It's very different than maybe the stuff, that we used to do when we were out on the road.
Yeah, I don't know if you knew, Brad, but I was on the worship team at Life Point for a long time, probably like the day that you left.
I don't think we ever got to play together when I was there.
Oh man.
But for a long time. I don't know, probably about 7-8 years on that. I agree.
Wow.
I mean, being a part of worship, I think, I mean, it's a really high calling, and a huge responsibility too, to be a part of that, because I mean, in essence, you are leading people into worship, not necessarily what you're doing is worship, but you're leading those in. I mean, that's a huge responsibility.
Yeah. My buddy Daniel, he said, check your text. He texted me. He's got all, well, here, I'll just show you. He's got your all CDs. I don't know if you can see that or not.
All right. Cool. Yeah, that's the second record.
Yeah, man. He says, watching your live stream, look what I found. Ha ha ha. So he must have had it at home. That's awesome. But yeah, man, it's important that when you do that you keep your life in check, right? And it's really cool because it holds us, as Christians, we're under this microscope, right? We like living in a fishbowl. But when you're leading worship in a church or you're a pastor or something, people are always like, what's he doing over there? Hey, what's he doing? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, you got to be legalistic and stuff like that, but you got to, set a good example.
I mean, you're held accountable,
man.
For stepping out in that way. It's a higher calling, a higher accountability for, being not only just in worship, but I mean, in any leadership, type role. There's a higher accountability.
Yeah.
If you guys decide, I'm sorry, go ahead, Brett.
No, I was just going to say, I think that, that's, for me, that was the biggest part of that role in my life, was being able to literally pastor people. I had a fairly big team, and I was like in charge of our broadcast campus and all of that. But I think the part of it, besides the music part, I felt the weight of just being able to, my team of 50 plus musicians, like I was their pastor. And so for me, that was a bigger thing than like being on the guitar player because he's not playing, a certain Hillsong lick, right? Or whatever. It's like, I want you to do that, but I also want to know that in your life, like you and your wife's marriage is going well, and like, how can I pray for you guys, and what can I do to make sure that you're worshiping on stage, but also experiencing Jesus in a really rich, fulfilling way in your life off stage. So.
And the ironic thing about that too is people are looking at you as their pastor also in the music portion of it. You know what I mean? So that's cool. I was gonna say, if you guys decide to do another album, I got some album covers lined up for you. What do you think of that?
Oh, I bet.
Or that one? I like that one.
It just gets scarier, man.
Oh, let's go with that one.
Hey, still nothing that you're going to put up there is any worse than that original cover. So, hey, I'm good with any of that.
Man. How about this? Praise team.
Hey, real quick, I see on the comments here, a shout out to a guy named Artie Parker. He wrote all the liner notes and did all the interviews for this Carnival World re-release, and did a great job. Anybody, if you were a fan of Seraiah back in the day, or even not, should check out kind of the history of the band he wrote, because he did a really great job with that. And actually, for me personally, brought up a lot of things that, I mean, my memory is kind of fuzzy anyway, but things that I'd really just kind of forgotten about were brought up in that, and it was just kind of cool to see that come together.
Yeah.
I think we should give out a shout out to our friend Steve Craig, because Steve Craig, who runs Aeonian, like Steve has had a passion from the very beginning for Seraiah. If it wasn't for Steve, even before I was in the band, like Steve kind of like connected with these guys.
It was crazy.
He gave you guys your first start really before.
Yeah, it was crazy. He was co-owner of the current record label, Aeonian Records. He was a high school kid when we first met him.
Oh my gosh.
Way back when, and took while he was still in high school, produced his own Christian metal compilation album and put one of our songs on there.
Oh, cool.
And kind of helped us get started. But it's been like a lifelong fan of the band, and I don't think I would have trusted anybody else to do what they've done with this release.
Yeah.
Because like I said, I know for him it's just kind of like a labor of love to.
Yeah, he's passionate about it.
Yeah, to
awesome.
kind of to get things right finally, with a lot of stuff. Not only the sound and the remix, but the artwork and everything. He's just put in so much work to make that happen.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Here's a crazy worlds collide thing too. His wife was the student pastor at the church that I was the worship pastor for 10 years. So Steve and I reconnected because she came on staff there. And I remember coming into my office at the church one time, and he had that famous picture that you put up, Ray. Of me,
oh, like, did he really?
And my shirt all tied. But I had signed it to him, however many years ago. And yep, that picture right there. And
with the pure metal sticker on your pants.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
And he had put it in a frame and had his wife Kathy like put it in my office on my desk.
Oh,
so I came in and I was like, who? Oh man, I know who did this.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome, man. Glenda says, "Who likes spicy food? You guys like spicy food?"
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
How spicy? Like on a from 1 to 10, you like a 6 or a 3, or you like 9 or 10?
Well, I'm kind of married to a spicy. My wife's Puerto Rican, so
yeah,
you got some spice there. But dude, I love it. It's spicy.
I'll go a 6. I'll go a 6.
What are we doing? Out of 10?
Yeah.
Out of 10? Yeah, 6, 7, I guess.
I don't want it so spicy that it's like it's not
painful.
Fun.
Yeah.
I'm
so
like crying and sweating.
I can eat the real spicy stuff, but I like to keep it at about a 7, maybe an 8, also 6, 7, 8, depending on what you're eating, Ralph says, do you guys have a favorite food like Chef Boyardee ravioli? That's not even food, Ralph. What?
No.
Ralph, I can't take you off, man.
That's one step away from like MREs or something.
Yeah, there you go. Green chili. Yes. Luis, green chili for sure. My wife made some green chili chicken yesterday for dinner, man. Oh, love it. She makes her own green chili salsa. But yesterday's wasn't her homemade, but when she has the time, she does it, But anyways, what's this? I wonder how this came about. What? The food? I don't know what we're talking about. Anyways. But guys, man, I just really glad that we finally got to hook up and do this. It's so good to see you guys again, man. And
yeah,
I wish you guys were still together and still creating music. But you know what? Taking the old songs, fixing them up, putting a video to them, more pleasant to the ear, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
Is this where we announce the reunion tour or no?
Yeah, let's go. All right, should we tell them? All right, so Seraiah's going on tour with Sacred
75
Warrior.
cities coming toward, the town.
No. I said thanks for bringing the real cool bands you used to listen to when I was in. Hey, my pleasure, man. My pleasure. Everybody's saying Cayenne and Ghost Peppers are my favorite. Yeah. If you guys, any Latinos out there, you eat menudo. You put cayenne pepper in that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Do you guys eat menudo? Have you ever heard of it?
I've heard of it.
I
Puerto
thought
Ricans
menudo
have
was that boy
Mondongo.
band.
Puerto Ricans call mondongo, right? It's good, man. It's really good.
Immortal Fest. That's been a big question recently. I don't know how many times I've been asked that. Will Seraiah perform at the next Immortal Fest? Yeah, I don't think that. Don't think that's happening.
I can't hit those notes anymore.
But you know what? You don't have to. Just do your best, man. Just don't pull. Somebody mentioned something about Vince Neil earlier. Just don't pull a Vince Neil. If you're a Vince Neil fan,
Neil
I'm just playing.
or a David Lee Roth or
Oh
man.
poor Dave.
Poor David Lee. He needs to stop.
And then
You
I
know-
see dudes like Rick Springfield still killing it at,
Yeah.
like in his 70s, and I'm
Yeah.
like, dang.
Yeah. But I'm on the defense of the other guys. Springfield songs weren't like, so
But like Sammy Hagar's in
Dude,
his 70s.
yeah.
I feel like he's
still
still
crushing
got
it.
pipes.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And that Ray Parra guy.
Who's
That
that?
Ray Parra guy is.
I haven't heard of
Yeah.
that guy.
Hey Ray, can I tell you another story real quick?
Absolutely.
It's
Yeah,
related
man.
to you.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
So I came across this band that because I'm a big fan of just music in general, all sorts of different genres.
Yeah, man.
And I was like, I dig this, and I noticed one of the guys in the band, his last name was Para,
Oh.
and it was a band called Flow Wave.
Oh,
And it was a
yeah.
song called No Good,
Yes.
and that's your son, right?
It is. It is.
I was
And
tripping out.
And I can announce that on here now because it's out. He's actually going on a world tour. They're playing
Cool.
10 Barcelona, Spain, just all over, man. And then they're going to be playing a bunch of shows here in the States as well. So I'm super proud of him, man. He actually played with us with Worldview at Immortal Fest. He played keys and sang, and he's just an excellent musician, as you've seen in his video. But I'm super excited about. I'll tell you a quick story about that. When Dylan was I think 6 or 7, right around there. I may be lying. Anyways, Sacred Warrior, we were playing Cornerstone, and we were on the stage, and Dylan was sitting behind Bruce's amps on the stage, Indian style, facing Tony while he's playing. And we did the whole set, and he stayed up there the whole set, and we got done, and he's like, Daddy, one day that's going to be me. And I'm like, yeah, man. So when he turned 12, by the time he was 12, I want to say, prior to that, he used to sit in my studio at home, and I would put on Sacred Warrior and Dream Theater, and he would have the headphones on and work on the drum parts. At 12 years old, he could play any Michael Portnoy, Dream Theater,
Wow.
Sweet.
any Dream Theater song. Got him a show at Cornerstone, and they played it, and the crowd loved it. He's 12 years old, man, and
That's awesome.
just really proud of him.
Yeah, that's cool.
And the biggest thing I'm really proud about him and all my kids, they just love the Lord, man. So that's big, man.
All right,
That's awesome.
definitely.
Yeah. Well, we hope you guys release at least some more videos or anything. Any last words, Brad?
No, thank you, Ray, for having us on. And like I said, thanks for Steve Craig for arranging everything. Kyle, it's
Yeah.
good to see you.
Yeah.
We need to stay in touch and
Yeah,
Yeah,
get his
we
number.
should.
wish the other guys.
We probably have each
could've made
other's
it.
numbers,
Yeah, we've
but
got each other's number.
Yeah.
it's just one of
Yeah.
those things. The years just,
They get away from
fly
you, for
by,
sure.
and life. You get caught up with life that what you're doing, and
Yeah.
but yeah, it's good to connect. I just say, I mean, this has been kind of this whole re-release of Carnal World been really kind of satisfying for me. Like I said, it just seems to, I don't know, kind of right some of the wrongs that were done back in the day, and just I don't know. It's been really satisfying to go through this process. I've worked with Steve Craig at the label pretty closely. It's been like 2 years in the process of getting it. The licensing for the record was really difficult to get in
Yeah.
place, and Steve really worked to make that happen. But
Hmm.
going through all the old photos and just putting everything together, it was just really cool to look
So
back on that.
let's tell him to get the second one now, Kyle. See if he can get that and
Yeah.
release it
Yeah,
without all
okay.
the
We'll have to talk
extras.
after. And
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
have to see what we can do. But in addition to the Carnival World re-release, they also the label dug up some of our old demos. I mean, like old 1985 original demos, and have released that. You got to go, Brad.
Yeah, my headphones are dying now.
Oh
No
no!
worries,
phone is
Brad.
gonna
No
too.
worries. God bless
Thank
you,
you
bro.
guys. Love you
We'll
guys.
talk again.
All
Love
right,
you, brother.
we'll be in
Bye.
touch. Yeah, so in addition to the Carnival World, the label released another Seraiah CD called Demolish This, which is all of our old demos.
Oh,
And
wow.
that's kind of cool too.
Yeah.
None of those, well, they probably shouldn't have been, but never digitally mastered or anything like that. And just for like super fans, that would be something for them to check out. Like I said, way back in the day when we first started, we had our little demo tape that we sold around the world for $5, and
Yeah, man.
those songs are on there. We dug up some other stuff, a couple unreleased tracks, so that's kind of cool that
Yeah.
all these years later that anybody would even
Mhm.
still care about
Yeah.
it. And yeah, I'm seeing a lot of love online on Facebook and on YouTube from people just talking about back in the day. We saw you in concert here. I had your tape. I had the original album. And yeah, it's just really really satisfying to look back on that. And like I said, we were just some arrogant little punks that God decided to use for whatever reason. And
For the kingdom, baby.
yeah, went out and did our thing, fought the good fight, ran the race. And it's nice that we can kind of there's talk about, oh, once you guys do a show, do some new music. I don't think that's kind of in the cards for us, but it's nice to kind of end things this way for us, and a nice newly packaged release. It's really cool, dude. I was so excited when I got this on Carnival World on vinyl. We missed you guys. Your original Sacred Warrior stuff was on vinyl, right?
Right, correct.
Yeah, so we just missed it. It was just like a year or two when Carnival World came out that they stopped doing vinyl for everybody. So we missed that. So man, I was so psyched when that came in the mail.
I'm gonna have to get a copy.
Oh, dude, it's cool. It's cool. So yeah, it's really been satisfying the last month or two, seeing all this happening, and that people still care.
Yeah, of course, man. I'll tell you what, if you have something good and you shared with people and you kept it real, and people aren't going to forget that. It's people just love music. Music brings people together, right?
Oh yeah,
good
definitely.
Music, and you went out and did. I know you guys used to do great live shows. Your live shows were great. People remember that. And then they see you now and they see your personality and they're like, yeah, I love those guys, man. But
yeah,
listen,
it's just great to know that you've got friends all over the world that you shared a moment in time with. And yeah, that's just really cool.
Yep. We still, to this day, I get emails or messenger messages. Hey, I saw you guys when I was a kid. I'm a pastor now. And it still comes even after all these years. And I love it, man. You just never know. You never know. But listen,
very cool.
Kyle, hang in there for a minute. Don't hang up.
All right.
Guys, thanks for hanging out with us, with Brad and Kyle from the band Seraiah. And we featured a world premiere video tonight of an old tune, which is great. Look them up, man, on YouTube, and look up Ionian Records, and they should have all their stuff there, including the re-release of the album. And thanks for hanging with us. And guys, I always say like, share, subscribe. All you guys are already. I don't even need to say that anymore. But thanks for hanging out with us. And Kyle, man, it was just great having you, brother. And we'll do this again sometime, maybe in the near future, if something else comes out or whatever. But we'll stay in touch either way. And until then, my friends, is it wrong? Kyle, hang in there, buddy.